Float versus rotation. Paul Swift here, and this is the cycle point. What I'm showing you right now is what is called float. What do I mean by that? Well, this is a bicycle cleat. It's not on the shoe, obviously, but it's stuck inside of a pedal. And this is the rear of the pedal, and this is the front of the pedal. So when you clip in, you go to the front, then the rear pushes down, and you lock into place. And a lot of pedals will have a certain amount of what's called float. Now, you want to be really careful. This doesn't mean people say, hey, I have float, I don't have to worry about rotation. Well, to the contrary. Actually, this is just one component of setting up your bicycle cleat. This, again, is called float. Normally, that would obviously be on the bottom of your shoe. So what's rotation? Rotation is if I were to physically loosen the fasteners, take the cleat, and then twist it. That's rotation. So it's now rotated or orientated in a different place. Still has a little bit of float, but it's over here. Now, if I take and rotate this the other way, now the orientation is a little bit more toe inward. I still have a few degrees of float, but I don't have all the way from over here to over here. As you know, some people walk feet pointed, toes pointed out, toes pointed in, both the same direction. And that is the reason why it is necessary to see a Bike Fit Pro, because they can put this cleat in the right position so that when you're clipped in, you have a little bit of float on either side. One thing you don't want is when you clipped in, you're over here. Or if you're clipped in, you're over here. That means you have no range this way, but you have some this way. Or vice versa. You want to be clipped in so you have a little bit of rotation either way. I will show you what that looks like with the pedal. Pretty cool pedal here, or the shoe rather. So if I have my shoe here, as you can see, I can rotate it a little bit within the range of float. But I cannot take and rotate it all the way. So I want to have this set up. It's kind of hard to see. You want to have equal space on both sides of the cleats. Okay? Space here, no space here. Space here, no space here. See this space? So that's why you often see Bike Fit Pros on the ground looking up at cleats, checking out where that space is. So there you have it, the difference between float, that's the movement of the cleat within the pedal. It's the same for a Shimano type 3-hole pedal, and a look Keo. Now these all come in different types of cleats. There are a couple that don't have float. They are what they call fixed. That's for another video, we'll show you that, but most of these have a little bit of what's called a float built in. Rotation, however, that goes with the general orientation of your foot. Bike Fit Pros are trained specifically to address this, and that's why when someone says, hey, I have float in my cleat, it should take care of everything, a lot of times it's off. I appreciate you watching. Hey, by the way, you like this? Send us something to cover. If we cover your cool topic, you're the first one to send us that, we'll get you a cool pair of these Cycle Point socks. Check us out. You know, this is probably on Facebook. Our YouTube channel should be going here pretty soon, and thecyclepoint.com. If you want to take a class, come and join us, learn how to do this. It's not that difficult. Talk to you soon.